Good morning, everybody, and yes, in the words of Arnold Schwarzenegger, we are back on film. Thanks to our friend Warren from here of Warren Melissa YouTube fame. They are now becoming very famous indeed, and very skinny with all the enduro training that they're doing. So thanks, Warren. It's cool. Yeah, we're also back on one of my favorite spots on the whole wide planet, and that's the top of Mount Hoogekral. We're here for a couple of reasons. One of them being the fact that we have a small enduro coming up here, Hoogekral and Wel Ver Genoeg down the bottom there in a week's time, 15th of June. I want to just take you through that, and I also want to take you through all the splendid work we've been doing here at the top of Mount Hoogekral and the back of Mount Hoogekral down to Wel Ver Genoeg. Yeah, there's quite a bit to talk about there, but we obviously have got this new trail we're going to open pretty soon, but more about that later. I also want to give update in terms of trails and where we are and what's happening. But before we do that, it is freezing cold here, and we're going to pack up shop here and then head on down to the Black Sheep Bikes coffee shop and do the rest of the filming there. As you can hear, my voice is getting hoarse and it's freezing. So cut, we'll see you in a second from down the bottom.
A few moments later.
Okay, let's try take two. We're now back down in the warmth of Black Sheep Bikes with our host, Mr. Dion Gerber over here, who makes a mean cappuccino, and it's a lot more comfy and warmer in here than it was at the top of the mountain. Right. Okay, without further ado, let's move on. Just a quick summary of trail-wise where we are. Unfortunately, trail-wise, we're going to have to start with the bad news. The stuff we don't like talking about, but we have to talk about it, unfortunately. And that's unfortunately, once again, I've had a landowner get hold of me, not confront me, have a chat to me saying, basically, he's gutful, in his own words, of what we call rude youngsters riding all over his farm. Those are his words, not my words. And he's basically threatened us with the last stand. Either we get it right, or we're going to close the farm to cycling, and that's the Morgenster farm on the Traverse, the Traverse which is the corridor above Tyger Valley Road. The Morgenster is a farm in the middle, so you get the Altyd Gedacht farm, Morgenster, Bloemendal. You all know the consequences if we lose. That farm, that whole Traverse is gone. Okay, so I'm not going to harp on the point. I don't want to belabor it. I think we all know the problem. Please get it out there to your youngsters, your kids, your granddads, your grandmas, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whoever. Stay on the marked trails there. Okay, it's absolute. It's not only there; it's everywhere. And for those of you who are not sure where you can ride and where you can't ride, I'm going to pop up a sign right now. That's a directional arrow showing here. That shows where you can go. Okay, and this one's particularly is an orange arrow, which means you're on a members only corridor. All right, that's where you can go. Next pop up is a real McCoy. This one, the yellow no entry sign for cyclists. Okay, it stands out. It's diamond shape. You can't miss it. It's bright yellow. That means do not cycle past this sign. Please, guys, it's not rocket science, okay? And this one is serious. So let's treat it seriously. I mean, people riding all over the trails it's on the up. All you got to do is stick to the orange, blue, or green arrow, which means go. Or where you see this yellow diamond, no cycling sign, do not enter there. These signs are all over the hotspots on our trails where we have a lot of incidents of people not sticking to the trail. All right, end of the bad news, bad story. That's it. Let's move on to the good stuff, which is we're extremely busy trail-wise. Obviously, after the rains and the good rains coming this weekend, we are busy with a new green route at Bloemendal, a 5K green route, which is incorporating the bottom section of the Bloemenice. Eugene Haley is busy working on it at the moment. It's going to be spectacular. Green route specifically for youngsters, newbies, those that are not into technical stuff. A little bit of introduction to single track, gentle, easy, flowy single track. It's much needed. We don't really have a green route anywhere on our trails. So I'm looking forward to this one. A couple of weeks' time, weather depending, we'll open it, okay? Dorsberg, the top of Dorsberg, Merendal, the top section. We built up the bottom section a couple of weeks ago, if you remember. It's riding beautifully. Johan from Barking Monkeys, that's a real cool trail building company named Barking Monkeys, is busy with the top section now, really turning it into chocolate cake. That'll be ready today. So Although, also, let's just check the weather coming before we decide to open it, but that's good. Rob Stark at Quantumans Kloof is busy regenerating Happy Hops. Also, that'll be cool and running pretty shortly. Thereafter, he'll do the rest of the Quantumans trails as well. So he's all going strong there. And our trail crew is busy with a major cleanup at Bloemendaal at the moment. Cleaning up, cutting, spraying, all that type of thing. So we're very, very much on the go in terms of trail work. And believe me, there's a lot more to come. So looking forward to it, yeah. All right, let's move on to the Enduro, which is happening here, Hoekerkraal, Welvergenoegd. As I said earlier, it's next weekend, I think it's Sunday. I'm not going to harp on about the Enduros. You all know the drill. They are pretty cool for those of you who haven't ridden one. They are serious fun. There are 5 stages on the Hoekerkraal Welvergenoegd one. All seriously fun, nothing too technical, and just generally good fun. The one point I do want to harp on a bit is something which is a bit of an irritation for me. The Cobra climb, that's a climb if you do the Cobra descent, you're coming out the climb, or if you're coming from Welvergenoegd, that climb that zigzags all the way up to and spits you out literally at the top of Mount Hoekerkraal. Beautiful climb, zigzag, you one massive elevation gain in a nice gentle manner, a really nice climb. Now, dissecting that climb is a really old Jeep track, which is only there for emergencies, literally for fire engines to get down there if the Renosterveld starts catching a light. It's not meant for cyclists. Again, with the advent of e-bikes, we got a lot of people, for some strange reason, wanting to go straight up that Jeep track, which is a no-go. It's a very eco-sensitive area. The whole of the back of Mount Hoekerkraal leading down to Welvergenoegd is a very eco-sensitive, protected area. There are pods of prime Renosterveld in there, which the Cobra goes through, both the descent and the climb. I've had environmentalists come out here. They were a bit concerned that we built there. We didn't know when we built it that was the prime area. But we've had them out here, and they're happy with what we got there. And all we cannot do is build anything else. We've got to stick to the lines where we are. Hence, we can't change anything on the Cobra. And then B, we cannot spray. And C, we cannot get off those trails. So please, not only on Enduro Day, but also anytime you ride there, especially on e-bikes, don't go up that Jeep track, because you're just creating a path running down there. There's no drainage, so it's an environmental mess, basically, for want of a better word. So we are going to punish you severely on the Enduro Day if you're caught going up there. It's all taped off, as you can see. I'm going to try and keep that tape on there as long as possible, although I hate plastic on trails. So anyhow, just please, let's stick to that beautiful climb. It's lovely, especially on the e-bike. Okay, that's Enduro. Have fun, enjoy. Then lastly, I just want to take you down this new start to the Trail Z, which we've spoken about a lot. We've basically almost finished it. We are going to make 1 or 2 changes. We've test ridden it. There's a couple of features we're not happy with, and we're going to tweak that before we open. So it's not open yet, please. You'll see all the closed signs. In essence, we're going to start right here from the top, and then from the top, it's going to link into the existing Trail Z trail, which goes all the way down to the Dip River. And as you can see here on the vid, man, it is starting to cook beautifully. So it's going to be something spectacular. We look forward to opening it. It's not going to be until after the Enduro sometime, and weather permitting. But please, guys, keep off. We'll let you know when we're going to open it. And it's going to be another new spanking addition to our trails. It really is a stunning trail.